Hey, welcome everyone. My name's Harrison. For this class, I'm going to be teaching a Yin style class. So in the last class, we did a Yang style flow. You can do this class individually, or you can do it in combination after the Yang style class. So in the Yin class, instead of focusing on engaging the muscles, we're going to focus on releasing effort. This will be an uncomfortable class. That's kind of what we're looking for, is to find uncomfortable spaces and to stay in them. Allow our connective tissue to adjust to the discomfort. In the last class, we talked a little bit about yin energy and yang energy being opposites that contain the other inside them. We can see something is more yin or more yang, but they lead to one another. What comes inevitably next or attached is the opposite. So in that model, we're going to start with the most movement we'll have for class, the most engagement. Come to, if you're in child's pose, come out of your child's pose into a tabletop. And we're just going to take a few bird dogs to find length in the body, to warm up the spine and to warm up the shoulder and the hip. And we'll start with the right side, so tuck the toes of the right foot, extend the right heel. From your right hip, lift the right heel. Weight is more on that right hand. Extend your left arm forward. Take a breath and extend the spine, lift the hand and the foot. And then exhale, roll the spine. Bring your left elbow and knee towards one another in the center of the body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend, find length through the shoulder, through the hip. Exhale, bring it in. One more time, inhaling through. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Step your right foot over to the left. Little engagement here of the thighs. Bring your right hip down. And look back towards that right foot. We're holding ourselves up with the hands, but we're softening a little deeper into that left side. Just take 2 more breaths. Inhale, bring the right foot back, right knee back. You can shake out that right hand. And we'll switch to the left side. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Extend the left heel, the left leg. Inhale, lift the left foot up. Weight is in the left hand, reach the right hand up. Exhale, engage elbow and knee towards one another, front of the body. Inhale, back of the body, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, lift. Bring the right hand down. Step your left foot over to the right. Engage the thighs, lower the left hip. Bring your gaze back to the left foot. You're pressing yourself up into the palms. Allow there to be a release in that right hip. One more breath. Inhale the left foot back up. Knee towards the chest. We'll kick the feet off to the side. For these next few poses, we're going to do longer sits, about 4 minutes for each one. And there's some props you might utilize, what I have with me is 2 blocks and a bolster. You can, if you have these, use these. If you don't have the bolster, you can use 1 or 2 pillows instead for that thickness. They're pretty thick. Or a couch cushion could be a good replacement. For the blocks, a big hefty book might work, hardcover. Something though that we can be supported on, something comfortable enough. We're gonna come now into a seated forward fold. Extend the legs out in front of you. Find staff pose. Look here first for some activation. Press down into the glutes, down into the heels. We're gonna use our yang energy to move into this pose and then soften into the yin. Starting with the tall seat, inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, reach towards the toes. Allow the hands to fall where they will. And we want to make sure we're not getting into external or internal rotation here. Keep the toes pointed towards the ceiling. And reach the crown of your head towards the front of the mat. And spend about the next 30 seconds settling into this pose. And for some of us, we might be really flat here, and you can lay on top of the thighs. For others, we might bring a bolster in front. You'll notice in this yin class, a lot more quietness. Allows us to just go a little bit more internal. If you notice the mind wandering, bring it back to the present moment. start to walk the hands back in on the bolster, sitting up tall. Just place it off to the side. I'm gonna shift to face you, but we're just gonna bring the soles of the feet to touch. And we're gonna take another forward fold, this time in butterfly. So again, take this first minute, adjusting into the pose. Bring the elbows in, extending the heart forward. And you can take the time to notice what props you might want. Maybe the bolster again, or the pillows. If you want a block underneath the forehead, you can bring one there. What we're looking for is a level of discomfort. So we don't want to be in a super intense zone that we can't possibly hold. And we don't want to be in something that comes really easy. We want to be in the middle where there's growth. In the last pose, we talked about how yang energy is action, is doing. Yin energy is the receiving. So it feels kind of like you're doing less. Just remember, this is time to receive. Let the shoulders soften, let the hips release. Where there was discomfort, find some ease. And go deeper. We'll use the inhale to bring the body back out of this pose. And bring the bolster off to the side. And you guys are facing forward. bring our left leg back and come onto the sole of the right foot. Here, we'll bring our arms down to the inside of that right leg and bring your right foot off to the edge. If you have a block, you can bring it on a medium height to create a little pressure here in the top of that left thigh. Coming into a lizard lunge. So we can stay up on forearms the whole time. Here we're creating that tension here with the prop on the back thigh. But we're looking here for that release and that stretch here in the right hip as well. So I offer you to bring yourself down onto forearms. Again, if it's within that center sphere of discomfort, something you can withstand. The mind will want to shift. The urge to be in movement, specifically when we're in a place of discomfort, is quite persistent. So I notice there is not stillness internally, mentally. We're practicing it. If we're on the forearms, start to bring ourselves back up onto the palms. Send the hips back. Move that block. And we'll shift to the other side. Lengthen the right leg behind you. Bring the left foot forward. We want to bring a block, if we have it, to the top of that right thigh this time. And shoulder to the inside of the left knee. And take this first minute on this side, just being acquainted with this side. When you're ready, if there's space to lower, you can lower down on forearms on a block if there's not that space to go all the way. After you've made whatever adjustments you need to, allow yourself to settle. You can receive the messages you're receiving here in this pose, which isn't exactly the thoughts that are showing up in the discomfort, but the knowledge you receive from just hearing how you're speaking to yourself. Do you have the space to go deeper right now? Or are you telling yourself that you need to? Let's move out of this side. Again, pressing up onto palms first. Take your time. Slowly lifting the body. Adjusting out of the fold. For our next pose, shoelace pose is where we'll start. So we're going to bring the right leg over the left foot to the outer right hip, stacking the knees. Now, if there's a lot of distance between the knees, you might sit up on a block or a cushion. There we go. A few options here. Probably have a bit more space if we took the Yang class. If not, we're just doing the Yin. I'm gonna offer this side bend variation first. From here, you can bring actually to the side that has the hip on top, so we're going to the right side. You can bring a bolster down, and you shift off the block for that space. You can allow the head to fall into the palm and bring your left hand to the back of the body. And if you don't like this variation, you can simply do a forward fold or stay seated. Right? Where there's discomfort already, another option, which I think we might be ready for if we took that last class, is to do the seated cow face pose. So here we'll bring the right hand up and down the back and guide that right hand further down the back. Here we're engaging the shoulder blades towards one another. Left hand can stay here on the elbow, or you can extend it down and up the back, possibly bringing the fingers to clasp. And from here, take a forward fold. Here we had a lot of options. You might have tried multiple and decide one suits you better right now. Feel free to pause this video at a point if you feel the urge to stay in a pose a little bit longer. And we're going to go ahead and move to the second side right now. Again, you can pause to stay in one of those variations longer. Take a moment to lengthen the legs in front of you. Bring in a little bit of movement. And then this time will be right leg underneath, left knee on top. Again, if we're taking that side fold, you'll bring your pillow or bolster over to the left. And the right hand behind the body. If we're taking seated cow face pose, we'll bring the left hand up and down the back. Using that right hand to help guide the left hand down. And then bringing the fingertips towards that clasp for the fold.
this is the version that's working for me today. And find ways to soften there. Sending your breath there. Engaging less here in the hips. Don't just reach for distraction. Stay present with that discomfort.
We'll shift out of our variation, releasing any clasp we have. Staying up tall, leaning back and crossing the legs. Gonna give it a little shake out. With the legs. And we'll come to our final resting pose. Shavasana. Corpse pose. You can do that here on your backs. You have any props around you. And this pose, we're looking for complete release and comfort. So you might bring your bolster or pillows underneath your knees. When we take a moment to look at the lessons from our yin and yang practice, our experiences in the real world, right? The places of overstimulation, understimulation, too much, too little. We learn that there's not a taking away or receiving that's going to make everything okay. We search for that balance. Search for peace. What we're trying to cultivate is peace. Allow yourself to receive that in your final rest. If you need more time in your Shavasana, we'll pause the video now. Return when you are ready to move on. You can reach the props out from underneath you if you have them. Find movement through the body in length. Extend the feet, extend the arms. And gently find yourself up into a seat. Again, my name is Harrison. Thank you for practicing with me today, for checking in on the yin and yang energy. I hope this practice serves you well. From my heart to yours, namaste.